Friday morning, La Rochelle in France, and day two of my trip back to Manchester, a 3-day trip of about 18 hours of driving. I don't know if the players who let us down in the Europa League final on Wednesday night truly appreciate how much effort fans and followers of Manchester United make to get to these games. I spent 6 hours driving yesterday. On the night of the match, I ended up sleeping in the car because I didn't have anywhere to stay, and last night I treated myself to a nice cheap hotel by the beach, by the port here in La Rochelle. It's a beautiful place to stay, and today I've got another 6 hours driving back to Calais, and then I'm on to Le Shuttle, and then there's another 6 hour drive back to Manchester. I'm going to stop off again on the way to Manchester in Maidenhead, but eventually I'll get to Manchester in time for the final match of the season, Aston Villa at home, and there's a pre-match protest by fans organised by the 1958 group against the owners who've got our club into this mess. Not just the fact that the team is not doing well, but also we're in a financial crisis, and we don't know if the team is going to be strengthened or how the team's going to be strengthened in the summer, because having not qualified for the Champions League, we're not in Europe at all next season. The finances are going to be very badly affected. I do worry about Ruben Amorim. I know he's got a great reputation. He's a lovely man. He speaks well to the media. He really identifies with the fans, but I do fear that he hasn't got the experience needed to be successful in the Premier League. I'm hoping he's going to prove himself and do what he's promised next season, but based on what we've seen so far, the Premier League form that we've seen, relegation form if we continue next year, we did manage to win Europa League despite it being a second tier trophy. We came up short when we came up against Tottenham in the final. Tottenham, okay, a little bit lucky with that goal, but United had many chances, didn't have the quality in the end to get the ball into the net, and we go home empty-handed. One little footnote, there were only just over 49,000 fans in the stadium on Wednesday night, and that's a huge disappointment because I was surrounded by many empty seats, and I think that's pretty scandalous considering that many fans would have given so much to go to that game. They obviously didn't know we were going to lose the game, but so many fans who would have loved to have been at the Europa League final couldn't be there because the tickets weren't available, and I don't know why there were empty seats, so many empty seats. In my row alone there were 3 empty seats. I could have taken some friends, and it's absolutely scandalous that UEFA and the clubs, don't know whose fault it was, but I think it's UEFA, particularly because I was sitting in the UEFA area. I don't understand how they can have a final between two teams with fans who wanted to go. They would have filled the stadium 3 times over if they could. How we ended up with so many empty seats.